The topic of connecting to our intuition has been coming up a lot, has been mirrored to me in a lot of different settings and scenarios. And I wanted to share some of the insights that have been coming through so far and give you an opportunity for a deeper dive and exploration at the end. So stay tuned for that. I've been exploring and also embodying a deeper connection with my own intuition for the past probably 6 years, where I've been living a soul led, intuitively led life as much as possible, letting it guide my trajectory of my soul's work, my mission, my purpose, as well as just my day to day decision making and just everything in between. So, this has been a topic of deep study for me. And so, there are many different insights that I could share right now. But what's been coming through lately has been more on the topic of like bringing light to how, as naturally intuitive people, how we may have been sort of conditioned and programmed to have to adapt our intuition into a different use because of the circumstances that we were growing up in. And perhaps there was something there that required us to use our ability to sense what is not immediately in front of us or what is not being said, or just to feel into those hidden spaces, the things we couldn't really see or know in the present time. And so we used our intuition to get that information to help ourselves feel safe. Now, what is coming through for a deeper exploration is everything tied to this type of adaptation where intuition, we use it as a survival coping mechanism, and it's kind of hijacked for that purpose when we're still continuing to live in basically fight or flight survival mode into our adult years. And even long after those circumstances may have, been removed from our life, or we've worked very hard to create different circumstances for ourselves, we may still find ourselves operating out of those same patterns that were established when we were younger. It has everything to do with wanting a sense of control, using our intuitive gifts to try to anticipate and predict the uncertain, unknowable future to give our younger selves a sense of safety, and also kind of bleeds into the area of interpersonal relating. Patterns like people pleasing, perfectionism, codependency, low self-worth. A lot of really intuitive, sensitive women are predisposed to these types of patternings because these patterns also reinforced the need to sense and feel into people's emotional states and things hidden underneath the surface that a person may not be saying out loud or displaying outwardly. Like, we intuitively can feel that and have used that ability to kind of manage the people in our lives and create some kind of safety or hold things together, or just to secure the things that we needed to feel safe. Another angle that we're looking at this idea from is that intuition is ultimately a connection to the higher source of wisdom, omniscience, through the ways that we learn to connect to other people to get our needs met. Like I mentioned, the people pleasing, the perfectionism, the codependency, the low self-worth. Those patterns I'm finding are often reflected in our connection with our intuition, because intuition is ultimately a connection just to a higher source of wisdom, God, divine, universe. These areas are just kind of like one side of the exploration, how intuition has been used in the past for primarily survival. And then there's this other aspect to it, which is really beautiful. And it is the outgrowing of these old protective mechanisms that are no longer serving us, and kind of siphoning our intuitive focus, our intuitive ability, and actually now being able to channel that into a more beneficial, more productive, more loving use case. And a lot of that happens through creativity. So In my past videos, you've heard me talk about the connection between healing and creativity, and intuition is right in there with that. They're all connected together. People who are highly intuitive are also very sensitive, are also very powerful healers, and also very creative. Now, when it comes to topics like soul purpose and authentic expression, embodying more of your essence in your life and the way you show up day to day in your relationships and your work and anything else, I think this category of creative expression becomes really relevant because we're almost like this group that I'm speaking to. We're sort of at that crossroads where the old ways of having your intuition be used in ways that is more extractive, is more performative, is more out of survival and necessity. This group is shifting away from that, growing out of that, kind of shedding those old protective mechanisms and turning towards greater creativity, whether that's actual artistic expression or co-creation with the divine, just creating the life that you love to live, that's full of meaning and purpose and depth and all the things that you enjoy. Now the focus is sort of shifting to support this more healthy, more balanced expression and to really come into our worth and value of our intuitive gifts and let them blossom into what they were really given to us for, Because yes, there is a path where intuitives and empaths are really good at helping others and serving others through direct, services provided and all this. And that is not the only thing that we're good for. In fact, that is only like a very small box that society has liked to put us in because maybe they didn't know what else to do with us, didn't know how else to value that gift of deep feeling. But now we're moving into a timeline. We've already moved into a timeline where there is so much more potential and opportunity for intuitives to shine and to really offer their gifts in a vast array of different expressions and to really be valued for that, for it not to feel just like this one-sided dynamic, that's so familiar, whether that is like professionally or interpersonally, where it's just like you're carrying everything for everyone and you get depleted in the process, but just the intensity of it feels so safe and familiar, and you think like that's all that you're good for, or that's just what you're made to do just because you can. There's been a theme throughout my journey, which might be helpful for you, and it's this statement of like, just because you can doesn't mean that you should. And we're also going to talk a lot more about the role of boundaries and how those are your intuition's best friend. And just like really the ways in which we can help help hone our intuition and like set ourselves up for having a really abundant and supportive co-created life. If you want to live an intuitively led life, that you can be fully valued and supported for that. So everything that I just mentioned, these are key insights, like starting points that we as a group of women who are deepening into connection with our intuition are going to discuss and dive into together starting June 16th. I would love for you to join us if these insights are speaking to you, if you feel like there's something here for you. This is something brand new that I'm starting to do, which is called the monthly 14-day activation. So we are going to gather for 14 days inside of a private online portal where I'll be sharing a video like this, but a lot more in depth and really like fleshing out all the layers and connections, offering guided self-reflection prompts, and then finishing with a community integration and discussion around the topic of the month. This month's topic is intuition. To kick off this exciting monthly offering, I'm inviting any woman who wants to come receive and to be in this energy to explore with us to come join us for free. I'll be leaving the link for sign up in the description box below. I'll do what I'm intuitively called to do, but at this moment, I'm not sure whether this intuition exploration is going to be available beyond this 14 days. If you're seeing this on or before June 16th, that's definitely a sign for you to come hop in while you can. I'm really excited to be doing this with you all. I've been feeling like there's been a need for a space like this for quite some time now. A safe and contained space where I can provide the structure and the guidance for us to actually explore something in depth together. I find that it's hard to do that on YouTube sometimes for a number of reasons, but we could all be going so much deeper with these insights and this wisdom. There's just so much to it that when we actually have a dedicated space and container to be able to take that time to explore individually and together, I feel like that's the most powerful way to take in this information. This is my way of co-creating what I've been called to do more of. I love sharing insights with you all, and I think we deserve to have a dedicated space and container to do that together without all of the extra noise and distractions, and so we can just really get the most out of like what's being shared, because it's been so valuable for me to have communities like in real life where I can go and we can have these really deep talks and, get into all the layers of the patterns and learn from each other's experiences. That has been so valuable for me. And so I'm really excited to be able to provide this space online on a monthly basis. If you're already signed up for the 14-day activation, I'm so excited to join you there. If you're about to sign up, I'm so excited to welcome you into the space. I'll still be posting and sharing my insights on YouTube. It is going to look a little bit different moving forward, where the bulk of the processing, the integration, and the deeper exploration is going to happen inside of my private online portal off of YouTube. I think this is going to best facilitate like the depth of work that I really feel like this community is wanting. So I hope to see you inside of the 14-day activation this month. The link is in the description box below. Let me know what resonated with you in this video, and I will see you next time. Mwah.